Well, as we sit by the fire, it is a perfect time to look into a creepypasta. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in, grab whatever you may need. Soda, popcorn, maybe just a nice coffee, water of some sort. But I will say this. Welcome aboard to a brand new video here on the channel. You have been warned, this may be scary, eerie, and it may cause you to look at Pigman differently in all of Minecraft. If you're new to the channel and you're not yet a subscriber, are you good, dude? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't get left behind, dude. Time is ticking, man. We are rising every day, and I always say this, guys. We're not just trying to grow the channel here. We need more people on the channel. We absolutely need more people on the channel to help with the investigations, to help contribute and create one of the strongest communities you've ever seen. But with all that aside, we got something to talk about here today. We're going to talk about this, guys. Pigman. Pigman, guys. Well, let's grab some glass. And the reason why is we're gonna make a little bit of a display case of Pigman. Now, the reason I want to talk about Pigman is this, guys. We've never really understood the idea of Pigman, right? I mean, we know of zombie Pigman, but has it ever crossed anybody's mind how really diluted and messed up zombie Pigmen are? I mean, the Nether being a resemblance of hell in Minecraft, a demented, tormented place where all the souls go and constantly stay in a despair state of being, gas, which just endlessly cry. Every mob in Minecraft has an odd history, and a very, very odd one at that, and it doesn't change the fact that in some of the recent updates, even Endermen got added to the Nether as placement. Now, I could have swore I just heard some footsteps behind me. Is there a mob behind me? Okay, there's a sheep down there. Maybe that's what I heard. I don't know if you guys heard that. It may have not picked up on the sound. It creeped me out there for a second. I think it was the sheep. Anyways. Ooh, kind of getting chills already. All right, so Pigman, guys. Think of this, guys. If you want to think of how weird a mob is in Minecraft, think of it in more of a realistic standpoint, okay? Okay, you see a skeleton in real life. That's nothing different than human anatomy. You see a Enderman in real life. You're instantly translating it to Slenderman, and you're like, no. But imagine this. Imagine seeing a Pigman in real life, guys. A pig mixed with that of a man. Now, that concept is so demented and so wrong in so many ways, and odd if we dive into the deeper aspect of the biology behind that. One thing that I've noticed with a lot of paranormal investigations, because guys, I investigate these creepypastas and things of sort as well, but I also investigate a lot of stuff in regards to paranormal. Now, what I have noticed in a lot of paranormal relation, it always has ties with pigs for some reason. Very weird, I know. Pigs are said to be very soulful creatures. Now, that of which we also could take in resemblance, guys. A zombie is pretty much like a brain dead human that's thirsting for brain. Then if you add Pigman to that, you have zombie Pigman. Pretty basic, right? I mean, the name signifies itself, but I think a lot of people overlook the concept of what a Pigman actually is representing. It's messed up, dude. So, here is a Pigman, guys. If we analyze it, we see that half of the Pigman is completely diluted into what appears to be a skeletal version of a man with green moss growing around him in a pig that is up in a normal state with a golden sword of all choices. A golden sword can represent a lot in terms of mythology. In terms of multiple different views, we hear the sound of the Pigman. Very, very odd. Almost like a deepened voice of a pig in its own state. Well, I want to read a little bit of a short story in regards to Pigman and a creepypasta. So let's begin. It had been a long time since I'd played Minecraft. I can't remember why I quit. Something to do with the Nether. I think I saw in the launcher that they had been a truckload of updates. As a result, all my worlds were extremely outdated. I started up a new one, entitled it Nostalgia Trip. I loaded up the world and I was shocked to see I had spawned into the Nether. There was no mention of this in any of the patch notes, so I thought the world had glitched. I made another testing the mic world. And oddly, I also spawned in the nether. I went back on the nostalgia trip, and I went to patrol the area. I came across Pigman, as well as what I assumed to be a ghast. I fled as soon as the thing started spitting fireballs at me, and I ran into a wall of netherrack. I didn't know what to do. There was no trees nearby, or cobble for that matter. I was going to see if anyone else had experienced a similar issue on the forums, but a screech of a pigman caught me off guard. I turned backwards, and I saw the pigman, but he seemed idle. I walked up to him, but no response. I crouched, still looking at him. I gave him a bit of a dig, and then sped away immediately. I then realized I was blocked by a netherrack wall, and the pigman, as I turned around, started to crawl towards me with an eerie track in the background. I swiftly quit the game and didn't check back for a week. The next time I played, both of the worlds were allegedly rendered obsolete. I never knew why this happened, especially with the date of the worlds. However, my old world, Laser It Up, I was able to play, so I booted it up. It took a while to boot it up, but when I did, there was some type of weird structure. I wanted to say another fortress, but it was just a winding tower. I overlooked my location, and I saw the pigman running up the stairs, screeching and howling. I typed in the chat, "Go to hell." I reckon that angered it even more, because then it started running at like 10 blocks per second. I wanted to punch it off, but as it got within reach, but the game crashed. No crash notes, no nothing, it just quitted. I looked at the Minecraft folder, and it has seemingly changed its name. It was a new name, which was Pigman, and it was obvious what that meant. As a last-ditch attempt, I complained about it on the forums, only to be struck with the message, rotten flesh and rotten content. Were they taunting me? Okay, guys, so that was a little story, you know, a little creepypasta based around Pigman and someone's first encounter with a Pigman. There's actually some really scary horror stories based around, you know, more of an IRL twist with Pigman as well. And I know that's a really big surprise as well, but yeah, guys, Pigman and the stories and the creepy stories of Pigman don't just tie in Minecraft. I personally would not suggest none of you guys look any of those up. They're very, 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 very gruesome and wrongful in so many different ways. And that's just what I go to say, guys. A lot of things in Minecraft just have some messed up ties, guys. You know, the Endermen based off the Slendermen, which have a absolute criminal and messed up past. And the same with Pigman, guys. It's very odd. I think there's a lot more to the Minecraft Pigman than we can let on. Now, I also want to bring this up, guys. I do a lot of investigation with the sound files in Minecraft and stuff of relating sort, and I could have swore I just saw something black reappear and disappear here. I don't know if it was an Enderman. I don't know if you guys caught that as well. Rewind the video. Oh, maybe it was him. Maybe it was him. I don't know. Smack him with a sign. But anyways, that's a zombie villager. But I think there actually may have been a lost file or sound audio file of the Pigmen that they removed. It was like a concept version of what the Pigmen were going to be able to, you know, sound like another variable of their sound. And I think they removed it because I like some weird like lore tied in with it. Like it like you could like slow the file down and it translated into something really messed up. Right, and I think from what I heard from the developers, it was completely accidental. They didn't mean to make a sound that could have... Because, guys, like I said with Mojang and the way that they control the sound files, they're very cautious, and they like to add hidden messages, right? Well, this one was almost too inappropriate, and they didn't even intend for it to have that hidden message of inappropriate nature. Now, I've never actually had access to this sound file. This is just something I've read about. I would love to find it and see how inappropriate and messed up it actually really is and why they didn't go to add it. But either way, guys, a little short video on Pigman today and some of the oddities which they bring to the world. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments section below. And as always, guys, we stay steady with the content here on the channel. We are active. We do not slow down, and we don't plan on it. So strap in, enjoy the ride, and join Team ONG today. And if you're not joined, dude, are you good, man? You need to get with the program. I care about you. Don't get left behind, dude. It's a freaking place to be, man. I'm telling you. All right. With that said, guys, be sure to never post whatever you've been ringing the bell, going ding, and all that good stuff. And I will see you all when I see you all, which will be very soon, with another video. Thank you.